Good. Okay. And then inhale, rise up, reach both arms up. And exhale, take it down, reach up. And crescent through your side. Extend yourself, breathe. Inhale, rise up. Let's do one more time each side. Release. And now you're here. You can open yourself up a little bit and turn to face the floor. Call this flossing a little bit of your rib cage and just finding some movement here on the side. Or staying still. You know, if your body says to stay still, this is the time of integration. Great listening. Yeah. And as you inhale, we'll rise up. We'll reach both arms up. And exhale over to the left. And again, you can just stay static or start to find a little bit of movement here. It's feeling into the dark, into the light. Love and acceptance for all parts. Good. And as you begin your next inhale, we're going to reach up. You're going to stay lifted. I'm going to bend the elbows, grab hold of opposite elbows here. And then I just kind of push the elbows into the hands. The hands pull back. Drop your shoulders, lift your heart. And even drop your tailbone if that makes sense. Lift up through the solar plexus, sides of the waist. Breathe. And feel your shoulders bobbing with your breath. Good. Okay, we're going to keep that left hand on the right elbow, and you're going to drop the right hand down and just hold the back of your neck or the shoulder, any place there your hand rests. Gently pull this right arm over towards the left a little bit. Good. And then the right elbow is going to press back, and we're going to bring the left arm maybe behind the head. Just a little slight movement, just back and forth. Just a few times. Being with your breath and smiling into all you are creating, recreating. Good. Okay, bring it to center, reach up. Exhale, open both arms out, touch the earth, pause here. You can close your eyes, feel your breath. Yes. Good, and we'll just do the second side. So we'll reach up. Now you fold down and you're gonna grab opposite. So you can do that, figure it out, whatever it is. Just be here. So you can just feel, you can press the elbows, the hands against each other, the shoulders can drop. Take a few breaths, and then we'll come back to just moving a little bit side to side. Oh, we released the hand, I forgot about that. Release the left hand down to rest on the back of the neck. Good. This is little micro movements into places we don't normally get to. Good. All righty, and then reach up. Release your hands down. Good, take a moment here, stretch your legs if you need to, move your feet, all of that. And then we'll come back to cross-legged, and maybe we change the cross. Okay, so you can stay cross-legged. I'm gonna take it a little bit, no, I won't do that, we'll stay, it's all good. Okay, then from here, we're gonna come back to that winter, summer solstice equinox, but we're gonna take it for a full circling. So with the hands on your knees, you lift yourself tall. As you exhale, tuck back to winter solstice, draw the belly in, and then start to shift yourself over to one side, roll through. And just starting to find your dance. So you can close your eyes. So you are taking your awareness inside. You might even feel the shoulders really coming into this. So as you lean over to one side, the opposite shoulder might draw forward. And then back, just feeling that whatever you're doing is awesome. You're finding your own evolution and your revolution. Good. And I'm reversing this and just cycling The opposite way. Notice what your head is doing, how it's moving. Any cracking you're getting. Oh, so nice. Nice. That's it. And we'll just do one more in this direction. And then we're going to change direction again. We'll do one revolution in each direction. Good. And then we're going to come back to just sitting upright. And as soon as you come upright, take your arms and reach up to the sky. And bring the palms together, interlace your fingers together, and then extend the index fingers up and reach up from that. So you can really reach. Your arms might even squeeze onto the sides of your head, might even plug your ears a little bit, and you're in your own space and you're muted. And if you go la, 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 and your ears are plugged, then you get to really hear it inside. Take a big breath. And then release. Take your hands all the way down, stretch your legs out. Move your feet around. Yay. Okay, good. So we're gonna come onto our hands and knees, and you can put your blanket underneath your knees. And just set yourself up. Okay, and then from here, we'll just tuck the toes under. We're just gonna start to sway the hips, the chest, just moving yourself here until you start to move into a circle and a cycling through your cat-cow. And so you might move far back, you might move far forward. You can experiment with the length of your hands and knees. So if you step the knees back, you're gonna have more space. Just feeling in. So this is the part where you're gonna feel into the strength of your hands, your shoulders, your cycling, your breath. Okay. Good. And then reversing and starting to cycle in the opposite direction. Good. Nice. All right, and then we're just going to cycle one circle in each direction. Feeling the breath, any cracking you're getting, how awesome. Okay, and then we're gonna settle into, now it could be child's pose and it could be puppy pose. So you might even take something to put underneath your chest. We've done this a few times in class here. You keep your hips lifting, you melt your chest down. And so, you know, putting something underneath your chest makes it happier. And if it's not a happy pose for you, then just take child's pose and breathe here. So the idea, the feeling is that I'm melting the heart down, offering, you might have your forehead on the floor, your chin on the floor, not, you know, your head on a blanket. And we're going to take 3 more breaths, so smile into that. Love and acceptance. Good. Okay, and then you press into your arms, rise up to your hands and knees. We'll walk back, and I'm going to sit on with the toes tucked under. So put your, you know, prop underneath there, keep your hands on the floor, smile into your discomfort, or come all the way up. Okay, I know it's early. I'm looking at heart space. Yeah, it's okay. Breathe. It's amazing to me how quickly this can come out. It's so interesting.
No, just my knees.
Oh, your knees. Okay, come up. And then you can smack your feet out if you know, sometimes that feels really nice. And then we're going to sit on the tops of the feet. So however this works for you, again, you know, you be kind to yourself, you smile. If it's too much, you know, breathe. Yes. Okay, so we've been in these 2 poses, sitting on the toes and on the tops of the feet. You know if it's going to work for you or not. If it's not going to work, sit any other way. Maybe Virasana even. So if that, you can put a prop down. Okay, I'm gonna come back with the toes tucked under, but if you wanna sit in Virasana, sit on a prop, you'll have the tops of the feet behind you. I'll just turn so you can see, or you sit on your toes, or whatever works. So I'm on my toes, I'm gonna take the arms out, and cross the right arm underneath the left. Give yourself a little hug here. You can even rub the, whatever you've got here. Yeah, give it a little bit of, oh, so good to see you. Yeah, okay, you can come off your toes if you need to. I'm gonna start to lift up, bring the palms together. Okay, as I bring the palms together, I might even lift the elbows up, lift up through the solar plexus, smile, breathe. If you wanna floss a little bit, move this side to side. One more breath in. And then release your hands. I'm still on my toes. I'm gonna reach up to the sky. Palms together. Exhale, bring the hands down in front of my heart. And then all the way down. And then I'm gonna come off the toes and give a couple smacks. Okay, and then you come back, you sit however you like. Now I'm gonna sit on the tops of the feet and do the opposite side. So tops of the feet, or however you need to sit. Take your arms out. This time, left arm underneath the right. Give yourself a little hug, a little side to side. Good. And then we can bring the hands up here. You hold your thumb or whatever works here. If you're in it, you can lift up a little bit. Drop the shoulders. Breathe. Release your jaw. You can even go a little side to side, do a little flossing. Good. And then inhale, exhale, release your arms. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands down in front of your heart. Good, I'm gonna come back to hands and knees. We're gonna take it for a downward facing dog here. Oh, I did say restorative, I know, I didn't forget. I'm just going to do a little bit of opening too. So breathe here. I wanna come to shoulder dog, that's where I'm going. So, okay, take your breaths here, move however you like. My heels of my hands are so strong. That's what's pushing down. And the arms are straight and strong. They're hugging towards each other. I'm pressing my heels to the floor, lifting my tailbone to the sky. Good. Okay, come down to your hands and your knees, and we're gonna come to forearm dog. You're gonna turn the inner elbows to face front, lower your forearms to the floor, bring the hands together, interlace the fingers. Now walk your arms in a little bit. So you have your shoulders over your elbows, or even the elbows might be in a little bit more than your shoulders. Then you anchor the upper arm, or sorry, these are your forearms, the ones on the ground. Anchor them down and press out. Now take the shoulders away from your ears, draw your belly in, look forward. And as you exhale, lift yourself up into your forearm dog. You can release your head, your jaw. You're really anchoring these forearms down and away. Okay. Then you might walk your feet in a little bit. Kind of go, oh, can I make it a little more narrow here? It turns it more into a heart opener. Whatever works for you. Breathe. Good. And then release yourself all the way down. Now I'm going to come into child's pose. Take your arms behind you, backs of the hands to the floor, or hold your little feet. Let the shoulders drop. Okay, I always kind of tuck in. I'll actually lift myself up off the thighs, pull the belly in, and then come back down. And let your head go. And just feel the revolution of your breath. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. In your back body. Good. Okay. And then release your hands, either side of your knees. Come up. Okay, we're going to take hold of your strap. Yes, okay. I think maybe we'll come to standing. No, okay, let's do this. So let's take the strap behind your back. So I'm sitting on the tops of my feet. you hearts and cross-legged, whatever works. Walk your hands so that maybe they're almost touching, or the thumbs, you're holding your strap. I'm just going to turn around. My palms are facing out. Yeah, so now I'm just going to move the shoulders back and start to take the hands back. And as I start to reach back, you might move your hands further away, create some space here. Okay, take the heart back. So if you're kind of coming forward, bring that back, tuck your chin in, smile. Okay, inhale, and then release. So I'm going to come into this rabbit pose that we've done a few times here in class in the past. So, take your time. You can watch me first. I'm going to sit like this. I'm still holding my strap. I lower myself down. I'm going to take the forehead to the floor, so I have to lift my seat up. Seat comes up, and I roll onto the top of the head, and I'm going to reach the arms up. Okay, and then we'll come on. So if you already are in it, great. And if not, here we go. You're going to hold on to the strap, lower your forehead, lift your seat high so you're on the crown of your head. Reach your arms up. If you've got the strap, pull it apart, bring the shoulder blades together. And if you want to floss a little bit and move your arms side to side, then do that, but you don't have to. There's a lot going on already. And then exhale, lower. So you roll onto the forehead, release the strap behind you, and just come up and sit. And then just feel, before class, I did a headstand, and I know like when we get upside down, you change your perspective. So feel what that is for you here. And yes. Okay, so nice. We're going to do it twice. So we'll do the same thing again. And you can use the strap, or you can just interlace your fingers if you like. I'm going to use the strap. There's something about using the strap right now. It's going to feel really nice. So take your forehead down. You lift your seat up in the air. Roll onto the crown of your head. Then reach the arms up. You can tuck the toes under. Pull the strap apart. Be on the crown of your head, or you can massage your head a little bit just by rocking front to back if that feels nice. Gentle with your neck. Good. And then release with love, elegance, grace. Come up. Take a few moments. Yes. So good. Okay. I'm just going to set the strap aside. I'm going to come to hands and knees. Good. Tuck your little toes under. Let's just go through cat-cow, like we haven't actually, we did see that. So you move into summer solstice, through equinox to winter solstice. And as you drop the belly, you can look up, open your mouth, stick your tongue out. And then tuck in, you close your eyes. You open into your fire. And release into your winter. Good. Okay, and then we're going to come to neutral. Walk your hands back with your toes tucked under. We're going to lift the knees up, come into a squat, and you keep your hands on the floor, or you bring the hands up, whatever your version of squat is. Breathe here. Good. Yes. Take one more breath. You can lift your toes or your arches. And I'm going to grab my strap as I bring myself up to standing. So straight up. And yes, okay. Good. So we're just going to do a little arm and shoulder. I didn't forget, I said restorative. Don't worry. Okay. In case you were excited. All right, take your strap behind your back. And if you have a buckle, you might even hold the buckle in one hand just so it doesn't hit anywhere. And then I'm going to have some space. I'm just going to start to take the arms back. As if you're flying, it's your cape. My legs are apart. Just going to start to floss. Yeah. Good. And then let the strap just settle beside you and roll your shoulders. Good. Okay, now I'm going to change. Just turn your hands so the palms are facing your body. Good. And as you inhale, you're going to reach up. Yeah. Now start to fold down. And you can bend your knees. Let the hands come all the way over. And then bring the arms back. Down, maybe all the way down. Let's change the grasp so that the palms are now facing out and reach up and over your head. Okay. Okay, keep holding that strap. Bend your knees a lot and rise back up. Keep the strap back if you can. And then release it down. Okay, turn your hands again so the palms are facing forward. You can create more space in your strap. We're going to take it all the way up and over your head and bring it down. And as you come down, you might change the grasp so the palms are facing your butt. Inhale, reach up, pull the strap, take it back and all the way behind you. So you let your hands just slide. It's coming up and back. Just do that a few times. So you can feel that where things get sticky and you kind of slow it down there. And so that you can work into those places. And we'll just do one more rotation. And then bring it down and then straight up to the sky. And then from here, we're just going to go side to side. Good. That's it. Okay, and then the side to side, we're going to take it into a little bit of turning the body. So the feet can stay where they are. You're just turning yourself side to side, and you might even be moving the strap up and down. So I'm just moving one arm up to the sky as the other one comes down. Just kind of find your flow. And breathing. Good. And then just come up to the top, reach up, realign your feet. We're going to take the strap behind you. You might turn your hands so your palms are facing out. Open your shoulders. We're going to fold forward. We inhale and exhale. Start to reach up. Bend your knees. Fold yourself forward. If you want to rock your arms to one side and the other here a couple times. Okay, and then we're going to set the strap down. You can stay in your forward fold. Just drop the strap behind your feet. Take your hands to the floor. Good. Okay, and then from here, we'll step it back to downward facing dog. I'm going to come back to forearm dog, and you're welcome to come onto your hands and knees first, but I'm going to drop down here from downward facing dog. And so from here, you know, it's, yeah, that's it. Just look forward, turn your inner elbows front, you look down, look forward, and drop your forearms. And you might just keep the hands on the floor. You don't have to bring them together wherever you are. I'm going to floss a little bit, just move front to back. You know, you can do this on your knees. You know, we have more weight when we do it in downward dog. Take one more breath. And then lower yourself down and rest in your child's pose. And this time we're going to rest the forehead. So you might go fist over fist or grab a block and put it underneath your forehead, or somewhere you can rest the forehead on your hands or on your block. And just breathing into your evolution, your revolution, your integration. I am. Good. Okay, so we're going to stay here in child's pose. I have my knees right together, but you know, you put them in a place that feels really good for you. So if opening the knees apart feels really great, putting something between your hips and your heels, and resting the forehead, letting the skin of the forehead draw down. And just be here, whatever this is for you, make it nice. Smile and be with your breath. And child's pose is this pose of integration. We can feel our breath moving through us. And you're aware of whatever parts are talking in this tiny little, you know, fetal position on your front. Good. Okay, so you're here for another 3 breaths. Make each one count. Yes. And as you finish your 3rd exhalation, you can gently press yourself up, and we're just going to come to sit, and you stretch your legs out. Just open yourself here, and yes. You might even keep your eyes closed, just kind of feel almost like, you know, you've shifted your energy. That's how it feels for me. It's like done like a whole evolution in what I brought to the mat to begin with. Okay, so we're going to take forward fold here, and let's open the legs wide. Okay, sit on something, my friends, if you need to. How do you know if you need to? If you're really rolling back, you can't get to the front of your groins by lifting, then sit on something. Take your hands behind. Just be here, you know, we plant the heels, we spread the toes, we breathe. As I plant the heels, the knees are going to lift a little bit, and that's okay. If that's not happening for you, that's okay too. Breathe. Good. Okay, so if you can soften your tail, your glutes. You might not be able to, that's okay. Good. Okay, let's fold the right leg in. So bring it in, prop up underneath the knee if need be. And then from here now, I inhale, I'm gonna reach my arms up. If this is no good for your back, then keep your hands on the floor, and then extend yourself out. Take the hands down. And once you get here, you might rock a little bit side to side. And you're gonna feel a little bit of pulling underneath the left leg. And whenever you're ready to drop into this, release yourself. And feel your breath in the back body. Okay. So with your forearms or your hands on the floor, you might gently push and pull the floor so you kind of feel like you're moved through a little bit of the summer solstice, winter solstice, cat-cow integration. Good. And then just be in stillness for 2-3 breaths. Whatever your pose is, if you feel you're barely folding forward, that's good work, my friends. So honor that. Good. Okay. And we're gonna walk ourselves over this left leg. So you might lift yourself all the way up and walk over. The left hand might go to the outside of the leg. Might be way up. This is a twist. You're turning yourself right at the solar plexus, and then release yourself over this leg. However that happens. If the right hand wants to go to the outside of the left leg, that's okay. The left arm might even bend into a square shape, so you can lift the left side a little bit. And there's so many little nuances here. So, you know, one thing I'm doing is I'm really planting that right shin and pressing out to the right with that. And that's going to turn my body a little bit more to the left. You can play with that, and you can release it. You don't have to hold that at all. Good. And take a full breath in. Hold it at the top. And then release. Good. You can walk your hands up. Come upright. That's a twist, a nice opening for the right side. We're going to take it to a side bend. So I'm just going to reposition my left heel, spread the toes, left hand to the floor, reach the right arm up. I'm coming to the outside of this leg. I'm just going to take it here. Okay, now I'm here. I'm going to start to walk the left hand in. That gives me deeper twist. Left hand on top of leg, deeper. Left hand to the inside of the leg is deeper. So you go wherever you need to be. Or you can smile, breathe, integrate. Good. And then we'll come all the way up. Take your hands down, stretch the legs. Okay. You can just be here and feel, but remember this little thing we did a couple of weeks back? You might take a little bit of this, a little flossing. You can do it with your hands on the floor too, or on your thighs. Good. And then we'll come back. Okay, integrate. Beautiful. That's it. And then we'll fold the left leg in. And be here. Okay, we're gonna fold forward again. You inhale, reach up. And then exhale, come forward, hands come down. You're gonna feel that nice stretch underneath the right leg. So you go wherever you need to. You wanna floss or rock side to side a couple times. That's great. And if you're like, oh, I'm good just to be here, that's great. No, you be in your practice, in your flow. You love all those parts that you're feeling, the restrictions you feel. You know, if you're like barely folding forward, then you just, wow, okay, that's interesting. It's good to know. That's all. It's good to know. You know, flexibility is God-given in a lot of ways. So open hips, sometimes it's not there for you. It is. You never know what will unfold. But we bring in love, acceptance, presence, and the powers of integration to know our restrictions and to open them, to move through them. You know, it's also like, say, flexibility is a state of mind in a lot of ways. You can be inflexible in your mind, not really in your body. It's just presence. Okay, we're gonna walk ourselves over to this right leg, and again, you might come all the way up first and turn, and then walk yourself out with great love to wherever your forward fold is. You can take the left hand over if you wish, but it doesn't have to go there. And you breathe and you smile. And you breathe into these parts that are getting fresh breath. I'll say something else, you know, I know who's here. So I'm speaking to the converted, but you know, to practice yoga, you have to be vulnerable. You have to be vulnerable. So meaning that there's no ego. You know, I've seen it, you know, people come in, they can't realize they can't touch their toes and they're embarrassed and I never see them again. Because you have to be vulnerable.
You know who doesn't do yoga?
I know who doesn't do yoga. But you know who does do yoga? Justin. Okay. And then from here, we take a big breath in, hold it, and release it. And then we're going to walk ourselves up. Just pause here in this midpoint to just feel whatever you need. And we're going to take the side bend. So the right hand stays out to the side, left arm lifts. And you take it over, and then you be here. Or you walk that right hand in. It's going to open your, you know, your rib cage a little bit more. But you be wherever you need to be. And we want to go to those places that open us, but don't injure us. Good. Nice. Okay, and then we'll come up. And again, we're just going to open the legs. You can move your feet if you want, wiggle your toes. Okay. So good. Take a breath here. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Let's give them a little massaging love to your toes, your feet. Yes. Oh, that feels so good. Let's just do this for the next 20 minutes. No. Okay. Give them some love. And then let's just take a quick little forward fold here. Then you just release yourself into this. You might press the soles of the feet together, pull the toes if that's there, and keep your hands on the floor or come down to wherever you go. Offer it up. And when I'm here, I anchor the feet and I push them forward. And that's gonna tuck me back a little bit into winter solstice. And then I can push the feet down into the floor and pull inwards to open. If that works for you, great. If it doesn't, that's okay. Take one more breath. And then we can slowly arise from this. We're gonna come onto the back and just make sure you have enough room to open your arms all the way. So yeah, find wherever you need to be. And if you need to put anything on for your Shavasana, because we'll move into that. Let's have a block nearby as well. And, or a blanket, that's easier. Good. Come down. Okay. So we'll start in child's pose on your back. As you come down, just hug your knees into your chest, and you can have the knees open if that's better for you, or circle them around. Just kind of play a little bit and explore this space. So moving the knees in and out or side to side a little bit. And then you're just going to drop into this. So we hold the knees in. You would even grab hold of opposite elbows or opposite forearms or wrists, or interlace the fingers. Tuck your chin in. And smile and breathe. So even as you hug the knees in and things get restricted, it's an opportunity to release the back body, release the belly, to make space for these knees to come in. Drop any tension in your shoulders, and tension in your face, so smile to yourself. Feel yourself offering yourself this big hug. Okay, from here I'm going to open the arms out to the side and release both knees over to the right. And then you can turn your palms up, turn your head to the left. If you need to put a blanket or your block between your knees or underneath, then that might feel really nice for your hips. Good. Okay, and then feeling into your left hand, start to open the fingers, stretch it. And then as you inhale, you're going to sweep this left arm over your head. Try to keep the fingers in touch with the floor. And you're going to bring the left palm to rest over the right. So you're lying on your side. And then you'll sweep that, you're just going to open again. So the fingers can trace along the floor. The palm will naturally turn as you open. You might hang out there for a breath. And then again, just closing that, moving from winter solstice, or from summer solstice to winter. We have the palms together, winter solstice, and we open. I could say even full moon to new moon, you know, all these cycles. So you can stay here with the halfway, and if you want to take it to a full circling, you know, you just do that. Let the arm come all the way up, and you just keep that circling going, trying to keep contact with the floor as you do the overhead part. So just feeling your breath, and feel the rotation of your chest, the head, bring it all in. Good. Let's do 2 more. You can change the direction if you like, if you're doing a full circle. And we're going to end up with both arms open up to the sides the same way we came in. And so once you get to this opening, then just drop in and notice what's changed in the left shoulder, the left arm. Take your right hand to just rest on your heart or on your belly. So you can feel yourself breathing, integrating and receiving. Good. Take one more breath in. Good. If you put something between your knees, you can take it out. Turn your palms down, bring the knees back up, and then just hug in for a moment or two. Good. And then you can open your arms and release the knees over to the left side. If you used your block or your props, prop up. And then turn your head to the right. So you can actually lift your head up and turn it. So you get a little bit more in your neck. And then taking the back of the head more to the left. Okay. Good. And we'll start the rotation. Feeling into the right hand, even open it, stretch it. And then start to sweep it up and over your head and all the way into the dark. And then opening again to the light. And taking a breath or two in between as you welcome in this motion. And if you'd like to take it into a full rotation, and there's an invitation for that. Whatever feels good and right. Imagining these cycles, you know, the cycle of the sun from our perspective here on Earth, and the cycles of the moon, cycles of the seasons, cycles of life. And here we are in the center of it all. Moving through and spiraling. So be in this opening of the chest and the closing. If you're moving in this full rotation, you want to change direction. We're just going to do 2 more. Just really be present. Feel what you're doing. As if it's like this great dance. And then we'll end with the arms open into the twist, head turning to the right. Nice. Well, not quite a restorative practice, but let's throw in a restorative pose. This is one. But we're going to bring ourselves back onto your back, and you hug your knees in, and then set your feet on the floor. You'll take your block or your blanket, and we'll lift the hips up and just rest the sacrum on the block. And I'm going to stay on the first height today. That just feels really nice for me right now, but you go whatever height of that block you like. And then separate your feet apart, maybe as wide as your mat, like wide that it feels almost uncomfortable, like wider than you would normally go. And then the feet are pretty much going to stay on the floor, but we're just going to rock the knees side to side. You might be rolling your feet onto the inner edge, outer edge. But just do this like little bit of a windshield wiper. You know, you can move to your full range, letting the knee that comes inside drop. Your hands could be resting on your body, depending on how high you have the block. And because I'm on the lowest height of the block with the knees, I can start to kind of circle. So the knees are circling, but I can feel that the hips are moving. The tailbone is moving. It's almost like a little bit of a cat-cow-ish. So find your motion and then reverse. I'll say too that I'm getting some nice little back cracks here. And so whatever you find, and good. Okay, and then I'm going to drop in. So I might walk the feet in a little bit. I can let the knees come in, pigeon toe the feet a bit, and release yourself over the block. Meaning that I'm going to let the low back area that's hanging off the floor release. So adjust your feet, whatever you need, if that, what I said isn't comfortable for you. Okay, once you're in it, whatever that is, take your awareness to the back of your heart, your shoulders, the back of your head on the floor. Let your jaw be soft. Third eye stays soft. And feel your breath. So we have the head below the heart. Hips are higher, so you're upside down. If you want to take your one hand up to rest on your third eye, or even create a circling here, cover your eyes to help you bring awareness into softening. You know, we can be in our thoughts a lot, and especially in times of turmoil and transition. We need to remind ourselves that just because we think it doesn't make it necessarily true. And if we can integrate the thoughts with what we're feeling and experiencing, this is a way to invite in balance. Again, softening your thoughts, and we come into stillness, you know, the brain starts to go. Feel your body in this shape. Release yourself. Okay, so I'm going to separate the knees apart and heel toe the feet a little closer together so I can lift the hips up and come off this block. And as you come down, you're going to just feel that, this grounding, and let your legs stretch out and reach your arms over your head if you wish. And then if there's anything else you need, my friends, offer it. And other than that, we're just going to slip into our Shavasana. You can stretch your legs out and put a support under your head. That would feel nice, so that your chin is just a little bit lower than the forehead. Okay, so as you start to rest in, I'm just going to put the heels on the floor, pigeon toe in a little bit, bring the big toes to touch, and then just let the legs flop from there. You might anchor your elbows into the floor, lift your chest, and then place the chest back down. And arms can be out to the sides and the palms up, or you just fold in at the elbows, let your hands rest on your body. And come back to your breath. You might even come back to that inhale, pause for 3, and exhale, pause at the bottom. And you can just bring that in a few times, this cycling breath. So we honor this inhale up to the top, the peak, the potential. And it's like you stop at the top and look around and take in the view. And then the exhale into the dark, where we again try and pause, be in the dark. And then you can bring that in a few times. Eventually you'll just exhale it out and rest in your stillness, which is the invitation of integration, softening, and of receiving without judgment. I am love. I am love. I breathe in love. I breathe out love. Noticing any tension you're still holding in your shoulders, your jaw, back of your head. Just feeling yourself deeply supported and held by the floor. Staying in your restful state for as long as feels nice. And if you feel ready to gently guide your way out, then just beginning with the breath, the flow of the breath. Just feeling this breath as this ability to extend this energy you've opened, you've received throughout your entire beingness, to integrate and release anything that you're holding that you can let go of. And so we invite in this freshness to all these places we've opened. And when you're ready, you'll just move the toes, the fingers, the ankles, the wrists. You can reach your arms over your head. Stretch. And then you'll move yourself into your fetal position, which is child's pose in a different form on your side. And just being here for 3 breaths. And this is the place of between, above, and below, where we integrate. And then as you're ready, you'll slowly rise up and you let your head just hang as you come up. Sadie, shh, quiet, quiet, quiet. Where you get here. Once you're here, we'll just come back to that mudra, but maybe change the way you've interlaced your thumb and your index. You can interlace the fingers and right in your lap. If you feel you want to bring it right to your heart, you can do that. And just feeling how this sit is different than the one we started in. Bowing your chin, releasing your jaw. And smiling into the work you have done. So from here, as you inhale, feel that inhale lift you all the way up. Maybe lift your chin and pause here at the top, 3 seconds or 3 counts. And then as you slowly exhale, allow the chin to drop and bring your hands up into Anjali Mudra at your heart. Bow your chin. And just taking a moment in this place of, integration. This time of deep love and acceptance for all living things. As we open the wounds of, anything that has held us back as a collective, into the powers of change. In 2020, this year of hindsight, foresight, insight, long sight. And into that, my friends, we'll join into our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale, lengthen yourself tall, and exhale your breath here. And inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be happy and healthy as a collective society. And we'll seal that with a Loka Samasta and then an Om, so you're welcome to join with me. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And into that, release an Om, inhale. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Namaste. And inhale, exhale your breath into your hands, all your love, all your acceptance, all your joy. Send that out into the world. Right? Send it out, out, out. Send it down south. And thank you. Yes, I know, right? We're all on the same page. With great love, my friends. Thank you so much, and happy Sunday. I'm going to take that. Yay, Paula and Marta. Thank you, guys. And I'll see you on Tuesday morning. Have a beautiful day. Solstice blessings, new moon blessings. Oh, that lovely Liz. Bye, Anne. See you later. And Paula. Hi, Pete.
I have something really exciting to